the Yayoi Award. And about Yayoi herself, Yayoi was a journalist among many other things that she did, and she took up many women's issues through her journalism. She came often to Malaysia because she wanted to find the women who were involved as comfort women, as they were called. Basically, it is just forced sex slaves for the Japanese soldiers during the Second World War here in Malaysia. This award is given out every year to journalists as well as to human rights activists, women human rights activists.
Matsui Yayoi is one of the, how to say, most brave feminist journalists in Japan. So the journalism in Japan is quite male-dominated area. So still I remember when she got job in Asahi Shimbun, she was sent to Hokkaido branch, but the Hokkaido branch discovered new reporter is woman. They refused to accept. So she started work in Tokyo. There's no other way. Nobody wants a woman reporter. So she is the first woman reporter of Asahi Shimbun who worked until her retirement. So how you can see how difficult to work and in such a male-dominated society. In the past, we awarded a woman in Nepal, Korea, United States, Guatemala, and Kashmir, India. So all these women were struggled for human rights of women in very difficult situation, religiously, politically, and very, very difficult situation. All these women struggle for human rights. Our society, any society in Asia, has a problem, and many women or discriminated people are very difficult to survive. But women is the last colonies which is not liberated yet, and women is largest discriminated people on earth. So I think we have to fight, or we have to struggle for women's human rights and for equality, freedom, and fairness for women. Of course, not only women, even including men, to happier life. Reason why the Sara was elected, I think you know better than me. You know better than me because you whole her life you observed her struggles. So I think that I shouldn't spend any time to explain. But there are 20 candidates. So among 7 committee members, we discussed thoroughly, and also we got information from everywhere in Asia. So finally, after long radical discussion, all of us agreed to award Sara, and I'm very happy about it. And because for her lifelong struggle and brave struggle, and also unyielding struggle for human rights of women.
I'm really touched because I didn't know that this award was. Okay. The way Professor Michiko was telling about who is Yayoi, how she fought and why she fought, and she's a tireless woman, bravely, Japan feudalism, still they have emperor, feudal, and patriarchal system is so strong, but a woman journalist started her, become a journalist in 1960, when she was about 20s. So she should be put up a brave fight with all their counterparts, the men and also the hierarchy and also the government, especially when she brought the issue of comfort women against the emperor and the own government. An international team, tribunal have given or they found that the king, the emperor was coming out with a policy that they can have, the military can have sex with wherever they went. I mean, this is ridiculous, So a woman to fight like that is not easy. At that time, even now we can see that how we were intimidated, We can see with our countries, what they say, we are modern, we are practicing democracy, but then we are so much intimidated, and still we don't have men and women equalities in the country. Okay, so when I read a bit about her, that she fought for the children, children deformed, mercury chemical has affected the milk powder, and she stood up. Even though she said she was a journalist, but she stood up for everything, not only women. Basically, she stood up for everything, for comfort women, for environment, for bringing out the women issue, not only in their own country, but also internationally. She traveled a lot. Reading about Yayoi has made me realize that we Malaysians too have benefited from her. We Malaysians, her struggles and work on the dumping of nuclear waste by Japanese companies here. In Malaysia, in Bukit Merah, the people, a lot of people, 5,000 people living in a kampong, a village, the deformed children, and they have leukemia and they died of cancer. So the people, residents are fighting, and only after reading her article, I realized that Yayoi was behind the struggle from Japan. So that is great indeed. And her life is truly inspiring. And we can learn from her courage, the deep compassion for oppressed groups, and a concern for the environment. Yayoi comes across not just as a fighter for women's rights, but as someone who will fight against the exploitation and oppression of men and women, and not just in a native Japan. That we realized after reading about her. Yayoi traveled a lot and was shocked to see the people of the most densely populated continent of Asia suffering caused by colonization of imperial powers of the West and Japan. So she was shocked, she was angry about it. How come imperial powers can exploit the people of Asia, particularly the women? Okay. The experience radicalized her at an early age, her into action for the downtrodden till the last days of her life. When I read about her, they found her that she had liver cancer. Then after they found her in April, and she died in December. But until the last, she was talking to friends, she was writing her autobiography, and she's talking about setting up a women war museum. If anybody knows that I have cancer, oh my God, I will die. But this woman, she was talking about it. She's talking about it. She made sure that the Women Museum was set up. I see this award as a recognition of all the communities that are marginalized by the Malaysian state. Because here we have a land problem. 100 years workers, plantation workers have been working. When they were given notice, they evicted from their own homeland, and farmers have been evicted, and women have so much problem. We have so much problem in the factory. We were sexually harassed, and the pay is not equal, and we are unable to form union. The most exploited factories in the country, where the women workers are working, so we are very difficult to form union, even though the law is very, very, very strict. And the farmers, urban poor, plantation workers, industrial workers, women workers, Orang Asli, and many others. I see this award as an endorsement of their struggle against oppression and for their rights. I see it also an endorsement of the many national and international struggles that are taking place to protect the suffering caused by the capitalist system, which is destroying the mankind in the global. There are many unsung heroes. Today I was nominated and I was awarded this Yayuri Award. But in our country and in the world, there are a lot of unsung heroes goes unnotified. And Miss who have dedicated their lives to the struggle for a better world, they are committed to working with and empowering the communities that are victimized by the system. I wish to dedicate this award to these unsung heroes and to the communities that are exploited, who are fighting for freedom, and the women in Malaysia who are fighting tirelessly for a democratic space. I'm very honored to receive the award, and I'm very honored to have women group to organize this PC and recognizing the community workers, and I hope this will, like Irene has said, this will inspire many more women, many more men to work with the downtrodden people to change for a better world. Thank you very much. Hidup Raya, Hidup Perjuangan.